Nina, how are you doing today? Thanks for doing this.
I'm good. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So, Patty's really gone through a lot, especially last season. A lot of that was actually really, really personal. So, how much of that is she carrying into this season?
I would say she's carrying quite a bit. We kind of enter the season with Patty having and dealing with a personal crisis and working through that throughout the season.
So, it seems like she's making a real name for herself now. We got the big law firm going on, and then Billy shows up for pretty much maybe the biggest case in the firm's history. So, how much pressure is that going to put on their relationship?
I think it puts some pressure on them. And I think it kind of makes, uh, even though Patty loves Billy, I think she perchance might doubt, is she able to be successful without Billy by her side? Can she go at it alone? So there's moments of self doubt with his presence coming into the firm.
And speaking of the firm, I mean, being a new lawyer in such a big shot environment, I mean, that can't be easy. So, could this also create some challenges for her this season and even some tension as well?
Oh, I think so, certainly. There's a part of her that desperately wants to fit in. And then there's another part of her that I think really finally in this fourth season owns her talents and unapologetically kind of appreciates her own abilities. So it's a little bit of both.
So, I know that there's a lot of respect level there between Billy and between Patty, but is that difficult for her at times to have that respect just because of who Billy is, or is it so mutual and they've been through so much together that it's just always there regardless?
Yeah, I think that the difference is it's kind of between, you know, dating somebody and having unconditional love, It's when you have unconditional love, you can go away, you can come back, and just there's a certainty there. No one's flirting around here. They're kind of an old married couple in a way. So warts and all.
I hear that. I love it. I love it. Now, the series has tackled some pretty tough subjects over the years. This, of course, the opioid crisis being one of them, but there's also quite a few moments of humor and lightheartedness. Patty, a huge part of that, as far as I'm concerned, throughout the season. So, how important is that though to find that balance in the show between those darker moments and just someone's natural personality coming out?
Sure. I think that you can't really appreciate the seriousness. You can't appreciate the darkness if you don't have a little bit of relief, and vice versa. So there's a beautiful balance in this show throughout the seasons. And I think this season also is no exception.
Nina, before I let you go, you've had some incredible, I mean, just incredible guest stars on this show over the past years. What's it like having somebody like J.K. Simmons come on for this season and bring that energy?
Yeah, it's nerve wracking. You get starstruck at every turn. I mean, being in the room, you can imagine being in the room with J.K. Simmons and Bruce Stern at the same time. I mean, it makes you want to faint sometimes.
No doubt about it. Well, hopefully nobody will faint while they're watching these because we want you to binge them all at once. The final season of Goliath on Amazon Prime Video begins
That's right.
Friday, September 24th. Nina, thank you so much for joining me and taking the time. I appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate it very much. Thank you.